Hi Leos, and welcome to your March 2023 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm excited to talk to you about a very powerful month ahead for you. We have Pluto moving on to your cusp this month in March, moving into the sign of Aquarius after about 15 years in the sign of Capricorn. So I anticipate for you, Leo, that this will be a major wake-up call coming in the month of March. If you have anything in Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Stellium, be prepared because this month is going to really wake you up to your purpose, okay? As a Leo rising myself, I've been really feeling Pisces season has been awesome. So has Aquarius season, honestly, but especially Pisces season has been really nice for just kind of understanding where you want to be internally and understanding how, yes, your purpose can channel in physical ways through like your job or your location or your goals in life. But also, I think that we're really waking up to the fact that purpose channels in a more subtle way too. So there's this theme of subtle purpose coming up for you in the month of March, Leo, and I'm going to dive into that in this reading a little bit with, of course, a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon linked below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe if you enjoy it. Okay, so subtle purpose in March, Leo. I would give yourself as much time as you can. Yes, I understand this first quarter of 2023 has been very reserved for a lot of people, and actually the entire year of 2023 has a reserved quality about it. So if you're feeling adamant about rest, also if you're feeling like you're overworked or like you don't want to provide certain commitments anymore, I think that that's fine, and I would follow through on making that more real for yourself. You have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Temperance card, and the Seven of Cups, Two of Swords in your reading. There's something of like being just overstressed maybe, or you know, this last 15 years of Pluto and Capricorn has probably been very strange for you with career, like how you make money, how you place yourself in a status context. It's a quincunx, right, to the Leo sign. But now it's moving into opposition, so things line up more. It's not necessarily easy, but it is more clear and it's more activated. So you're going to have a much clearer view of your purpose and a much clearer view of also what's right for you. Okay, so yes, I would say in March, like March 5th and beyond, you're going to know very clearly what you can't do anymore, and you need to follow through on that. It's important to rush less. It's important to also stop overthinking things so much and just act on what you know is authentic for you now. It does feel important to have a strong home base this month as well, and to get a little bit out of the future and the past tripping with the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. I feel like there's something that you guys have just like not really given yourself the solution to. Like there's something that you are kind of continuing to experience limbo with. This could be like, I don't know if this business is right for me. I don't know if this person is right for me. I don't know if also like how the world stage or how the macro events align with my decision making right now. Yes, it's very easy to feel that way. It's very Nine of Swords, isn't it? And also with Two of Swords as well, we can't decide if we want to just like close our eyes to some of the stuff that's happening or if we want to try to dig into it and comprehend it. It does kind of feel like you have a more powerful stage of learning coming into your life as well, which is very recommendable with the early Pluto in your sign. In your opposite sign of Aquarius on your axis. It feels really nice to like be able to see what opposes you or see what's on the other side of what you're focusing on, and to learn more about that or to learn more about other people who've been through this. So if you have a major goal or a major purpose that has come up in your, in your mind or in your life, try to understand people who've been here before and what that was like for them. And I think that you will bypass a lot of turmoil that way. Also, I think that the turmoil, if you are experiencing any right now, will largely reduce by April, but that happens by you choosing to trust more in your divine protection and trusting less in your need or your reflex to do everything yourself, or to do all the almost as if like these choices that you're making are like the biggest choices of your life, and you have to be so expert and so just dialed into everything. That's not wrong, but also there's a fine line between that and also not trusting in divine protection, or feeling like you're not protected, or feeling like you're not supported by the universe when we get too confident in our own choices or in our own designs as well. So it's a balance, right? And that's been coming up for every sign this month, is like finding a better balance. The Temperance card has been up over and over again. Also the Four of Swords. It's an important month of rest, and an important month of rebalancing. And I do feel probably for Leos that is going to stretch out for quite a bit longer. Like you might have a whole year ahead of getting your health together, or you might have a whole year ahead of, if it's not like a physical health issue, just balancing into a greater trust of the universe, or a greater trust of your choices that aren't like, because I see some Leos hyper criticizing themselves, or really dismantling all of their decisions and asking, where did I go wrong? I think that it's important to do that kind of shadow work with the knowing that it's giving you something, and not being too hard on yourself. Okay, so just watch out for being hard on yourself. Watch out for demanding an answer that is not yet here. Watch out also for demanding a certain lifestyle, or demanding of yourself also a workload that is just not feasible right now. I feel like there can be an oversaturation or an overshooting for a certain goal. And it will be important for you to calm down a little bit and to accept more health that way. Let's talk about your week to week, Leo. Week number 1, the 8 of Wands, rooted down by the 7 of Cups. Okay, you are redoing something. You are also really thinking about what's on the horizon. Like you're thinking about all of the details of the what if. So what if I do this? What would it mean? Like all of these sort of contingent scenarios, or all of these potentialities, multiple options. I feel like you have like 7 different options right now of how you could proceed. 7 or 8 with the 8 of Wands. But try to think of it more from an 8 of Wands perspective. Like, I know that things are just coming in, or I know that regardless of what decision I make, there are going to be beneficial things helping me. And I would work on, if there's any shadow work to do, Leo, I think it's revolving around, why don't I believe in myself? Why don't I think that if something isn't right, that I can't fix it? Or if something does go wrong, that I can't handle it? Why am I in such a desperate situation with like the mind? Is there a desperation that you've not seen? Is there an expectation as well that is not really, it's not that it's not possible, it's just that it doesn't make sense with the current alignment. So you could be asking of yourself something miraculous, like asking yourself to perform miracles or something, which I think that is possible for you right now, but you don't need to put yourself in that level of expectation. Like, I think that you can experience miracles during this time, or stand to, especially like as we move into the next year. Like in the 2024 time period, there's a lot of miraculous energy for people who've been like really taken advantage of, or people who have given more than they've received. It does come back, but try to not look to yourself to provide it. Try to understand that it just will be from the universe as you get more karmically clear, and as you get more pure with your own intentions as well. So take a little bit less pressure on yourself, and just try to clear up and clean up how you're operating in general. And then it's going to come through naturally. Week number 2, the Knight of Swords, rooted down by the Knight of Wands, reversed. Opposites, opposing forces, yin and yang. I would recommend maybe looking into some like Taoist philosophies or principles to understand how things work in more ethereal ways. Also to understand how non-interference is sometimes the best way forward. As I feel there's something about the Leo energy, like getting this Pluto empowerment, especially if you're an early Leo, like 0 to 3 degrees Leo, meaning, I guess, being born from like July 21st to 23rd, or if you have anything in those degrees, I feel that you might be like, I've got to change everything. I've got to be a force of change. I've got to be like a catalyst of momentum. I don't think that's the right move right now. It almost feels like people are more that by interfering less than they are by thinking that they can push really hard and make the desired change. Also, there's something to say for mirrors or reflections, like the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands. It looks like a mirror image, doesn't it? It looks like an opposite situation, the way the Knight of Wands is reversed. So understand that things flip when you're looking in the mirror. So if you're looking at your face a lot in the mirror and you're confused, like it's maybe not how you actually look, okay? Also, like photographs and the front-facing camera of phones. I feel like a lot of Leos might just have a weird, like, self-concept issue just because of how their image is flipped on, like, mirrors. Because, again, Leo is very much about the image and about the face and about the self-perception, the self-concept. Try to trust more that it's better out of the mirror or out, like, in real life. And try to not get freaked out about photos of yourself or reflections of yourself. Instead, move more into purifying your body and purifying yourself with undisputably healthy things. Because sometimes when people get into these weird, like, mirror psychologies, they're like, oh my God, I've got to do a crazy fad diet, or I've got to go and get Botox, or I've got to buy $500 of makeup. And that can look better in the mirror than it does in real life as well. So that's an interesting dialogue about how we make choices about our appearance based on what we see in the mirror. Okay? And I would think about that because with Pluto coming into Aquarius, there's going to be some kind of mirror. That's also kind of like a mirror energy. Pisces season is as well. Saturn moving into Pisces. Just try to find more trust in the power of your being as aside from the reflection or the image. In the third week, you have the Nine of Swords rooted down by the Two of Swords. Okay, so we are getting through complexes here. Cusp of Aries and Pisces. There's a new implementation. There's a last time of doing something. There is also a trust that you need to place into something other than yourself. I'm thinking of Taoist philosophies as very therapeutic for you right now. And it doesn't have to be even something that's really focused in one ideology, but it's anything that makes you feel more comfortable in non-interference or in... Because Nine of Swords always comes about when people get overestimated in their own capacity or overinvested in the way that they alone can change something, because then there's a blurry line between that and God complex, right? Like, it's up to me to change the world, or it's up to me to, like, totally have an impact on so many other people's lives. Like, that's when Nine of Swords comes in, because that's, like, beyond the capacity of an individual, usually. So I would narrow down and allow other people to have, I suppose, liability over their own lives. And try also to be aware if you're helping other people before you help yourself. I think that that's very good for some people when they're together enough. But I do feel that a lot of Leos have to focus only on themselves. And I hope that that doesn't last too long, because that can get out of balance as well. But if you, for example, are a therapist or a psychic or also like a maid or a cleaner or an accountant, if you're in a service position, this is really prevalent right now. It's coming in very strong this year, where it's like these people are like cleaning other people's houses. They're cleaning other people's energetic aura. They are just cleaning for other people, but their own situation is really chaotic and catastrophic, and it's not okay. And I think that we're going to see a major hit to like positions like these, where people like just can't do that. Like they can't help other people before they've helped themselves. You know, putting on the oxygen mask to someone else before you put it on yourself. That is something that you need to see if that's happening in your life, and you need to take off the blindfold and redo your boundaries. Week number 4, the Temperance card rooted down by the Four of Swords. That's exactly how you do it. Okay, that is where I want you guys to focus, is in energies like that, like a balance of the body, alkalinity of the body. Massage therapy would be so good. Meditation, sleeping, reflection. I would make real changes to your life and world that allows that to be a possibility. And I would devote as much time to your health as possible. Anyway, Leos, it's a very powerful month for you, and the magic is happening inside. Okay, the magic is happening in your own comprehension of your contributions and your feeling within certain paths that you take. It's less even about the paths than it is the feelings, but they are also intertwined in a way. But try to find something that other people can't take away from you also, which is usually like health. But there are purposes I feel that you need to embrace that are different materially, but first it's about coming to it in your head. But let's talk more about that in your extended reading. I'm going to put together an extended for you all, linked below on Patreon. I'm going to get a central theme, 2 supporting themes, and a significator card, and we'll talk more about it over there. Have a beautiful month ahead, Leos. Much love. Bye.